Good morning, children. Hope you are all fine and preparing hard for your periodic test. In between that, let us start today the chapter The Hack Driver, that is also included in our syllabus. So, we are to continue with this syllabus, and this is means in your board exam, your main target, main motive, main goal is your board exam, so you have to prepare for your mock. So this is The Hack Driver from Footprints Without Feet, is written by Sinclair Lewis, who is a Nobel Prize winner from USA. And you must know that he's the first Nobel Prize winner from USA who won the prize mainly for his vivid description of his characters. And you must know, let me tell you, that his characters are different. Different types of characters are there in his stories who are different from other normal characters that we read in other stories. And most interestingly, they are placed in a very humorous, witty manner. Here also, Oliver Lutkins is a very interesting character in this story, The Hack Driver. Let us start. Let us begin. A young lawyer comes to a village to serve summons on Oliver Lutkins. A friendly hack driver takes him round the village in search of Lutkins. Does he find him? Who is Lutkin? Let us see. After graduating with honors, I became a junior assistant clerk in a magnificent law firm. I was sent to prepare legal briefs, but to serve. I was sent not to prepare legal briefs, but to serve summons like a cheap private detective. Now, the narrator says, he is narrating the story. He says that after graduating with honors, he graduated with law and he became a junior assistant clerk in a magnificent farm, in a gorgeous farm. And he was sent not to prepare legal briefs. Being a law graduate, he was not allowed, as because he was junior, he was not allowed to prepare legal briefs. Rather, he was given the work to serve summons like a cheap private detective. Now, to serve summons, that is to send an order from the court to come and visit to the court on a fixed date, these to hand over to the to hand it to the criminals, or means those who are called, was not very easy job, because mostly they are criminals like that, many of them. So he did not enjoy the work, because it's like a cheap private detective. You have to hunt down the man and to serve the summon to him. So he did not enjoy it. I had to go to dirty and shadowy corners of the city to seek out my victims. Of course, this type of people commonly they do not stay in the middle of the city, in the heart of the city. They remain in the corner of the city, especially in the hidden areas, in narrow lanes of slums, etc. So he had to go, and he had seen the dirty and shadowy corners of the street. Some of the large and more self confident ones even beat me up. Some of them might miss who are large and self confident, they would beat him also, the where whom he had to hand over the summon. I hated this unpleasant work and the side of city life it revealed to me. And definitely this was not a good side of the city life. So I hated this job. Rather, I even considered fleeing to my hometown, where I could have been a real lawyer right away. I wished that if I could go back to my hometown and could be a real lawyer in a real sense, without going through this unpleasant training period. So, what happened one day? Let us see. I rejoiced one day when they sent me out 40 miles in the country to a town called New Mullen to serve summons on a man called Oliver Lutkins, We needed this man as a witness in a law case, and he had ignored all our letters. So one day he got a chance to go to a village where Oliver Lutkins, that was the name of the person whom he had to send a summon, whom would be called to come and visit the court on a particular date, but he had not received the letters, so he had to means the lawyer had to hunt him down and hand over the summon to him. And why he was happy? Because that was to be given to a village, not in this city. So he got a chance to leave the city and go to visit a village, a change for him. When I got to New Million, my eager expectations of a sweet and simple country village were severely disappointed. Now, the narrator says that the expectation that he had that it would be a serene, calm, quiet countryside, but it was not at all. He was not happy to see the village. Rather, its streets were rivers of mud with rows of wooden shops, either painted a sour brown or bare of any paint at all. The only agreeable sight about the place was the delivery man at the station. What attracted him was the only thing that attracted that there was a man who was a delivery man, rather, who would help him or help the passengers to leave the station and get into the village. He was about 40, red faced, cheerful, and thick about the middle. That is 40, so thick about the middle. That is towards belly, towards the stomach, there was a fat. His working clothes were dirty and well worn, and he had a friendly manner. You felt at once that he liked people. Immediately, by seeing that man, meeting that man, you will understand that this man is nice, who likes people. I told him, to find a man named Oliver Lutkins. Straightway, I went to the man and I said that this man I am looking for. Lutkins, I saw him around here about an hour ago. Oh my, you are looking for Lutkins. He was here just 1 hour before. I met him here. Hard fella to catch through, but it is very difficult. You want to catch him, it's very difficult. Always up to something or other. He's probably trying to start up a poker game in the back of Fred's shop. I'll tell you, is there any hurry about locating Lutkins? Now I can tell you that definitely he is trying to start a poker game in the back of Fred's shop. And are you in a hurry to meet him? Rather to locate him, rather? Yes, because the man wanted to know that how much time he had in his hand to find out this man. So the lawyer said that yes, he was in a hurry, not much time. I want to catch the afternoon train back to the city. I was very important and secret about it. Very secretly I told him, so that why? Because let Lutkins does not know and come to know that he is being looked for, and he would hide. So that is why very secretly the lawyer told the hack driver that we would have to find out that man called Lutkins. I'll tell you what, I have got a hack. That means hack means a horse carriage. Hack driver means the carriage driver. So he said that he had a hack. I'll get it out and we can drive around together and find Lutkins. Let us go move around together and find out Lutkins. I know most of the places he hangs out, most of the places he visits are known to me. So I can help you out. He was so open and friendly that I glowed with the warmth of his affection. His attitude, behavior, way of talking attracted me, and I felt affection towards him. I knew, of course, that he wanted the business. I know why he was so good to me, because he wanted the business, but his kindness was real. Good, it was. And of course that he wanted, but his kindness was real. I was glad that the fair money would go to this good fellow. At least the fare that I would pay would go to a good fellow. I need work, means I need the work to be done. He needs money. So let us help together one another. I managed to bargain down to $2 an hour. That was fixed, and then he brought from his house nearby a sort of large black box on wheels. He remarked, "Well, young man, here's a carriage." And his wide smile made me into an old friend. We have become very good friends. These villagers are so ready to help a stranger. This is the beauty of a village. That is, the villagers are still very simple minded. They are honest. They are not like the urban people. Those who are very civilian has less warmth in means have less warmth in their mind behavior. The villagers are far better than them. He had already made it his own task to find Oliver Lutkins for me, as if now the task has become, the responsibility has shifted to him only. The way he reacted, that means he took the responsibility from the lawyer to find out to find out Oliver Lutkins. He said, "I don't want to interfere, young fellow, but my guess is that you want to collect some money from Lutkins, though it's not good to interfere that why you are looking for, but still I think that you are definitely looking him for money, isn't it? He never pays anybody a cent. He still owes me 50 cents on a poker game. I was fool enough to play with him. He's such a bluffer that even I also owe money from him, but he never pays. He is not really bad, but it's hard to make him part with his money. I cannot say that he is very bad, but he is means it's very difficult to earn money from him. If you try to collect from him in those fancy clothes, he'll be suspicious and get away from you. So, means if he sees you and in such fancy, well dressed, he will not give you. So, I suggest you that if you want, I'll go into Fritz and ask for him, and you can keep out of sight behind me. You remain behind me so that he does not see you, and if he sees you, he might again fly. So let me go and talk to in the fridge shop and see whether he is there or not. I loved him for this. By myself, I might never have found Lutkins. With the hack driver's knowing help, I was sure of getting my man. I knew I would never be able to find Oliver Lutkins. But this hack driver definitely would help me to find out the man. I took him into my confidence and told him that I wanted to serve the summons on Lutkins, that the man had refused to be a witness when his information would have quickly settled our case. He is not attending as a witness, which we need, and that would help us to settle the case. But he is not attending. So I want to give the summon to him. The driver listened earnestly. At the end, he hit me on the shoulder and laughed. "Well, well, give Brother Lutkins a little surprise. Let us give a little surprise to him. He would not be ready that he would be caught. Let's start, driver." Most folks around here call me Bill or Magnuson. My business is called William Magnuson's Fancy Carting and Hacking. My name is Bill Magnuson. Somebody calls me Bill, somebody calls me Magnuson, and my business is named as William Magnuson Fancy Carting and Hacking. All right, Bill, shall we proceed to Fritz? Yes, Lutkins is just as likely to be there as anywhere. Plays a lot of poker. He is good at deceiving people. And Bill seemed to admire Lutkins' talent for dishonesty. I felt that if he had been a policeman, he would have caught Lutkins respectfully and jailed him with regret. I felt that if this hack driver would be the policeman, he would definitely hunt him down, hunt Oliver Lutkins and put him in jail. Bill led me into Fritz. "Have you seen Oliver Lutkins around today? Friend of his looking for him," said Bill cheerily. Fritz looked at me, hiding behind Bill. He hesitated and then admitted, Yes, he was in here a little while ago. Guess he has gone over to Gustav's to get a shave. Yes, Bill was here, but just sometimes back he has gone to probably to Gustav, a man who is might be a barber where he needs a shave. That is, Oliver needs a shave, so he might have gone there. Well, if he comes in, tell him I am looking for him. By the time if he comes, then please inform that I am looking for him. That means I miss who? Hack driver. That is Bill or Magnuson. We drove to Gustav's barber shop. According to Frid's suggestion, then they moved to Gustav's barber shop. Again, Bill went in first, and I lingered at the door. So, again, same thing that Bill moved first, and the lawyer was at his back. He asked not only the Swede but two customers if they had seen Lutkins. The Swede had not. He said angrily, I haven't seen him and don't care to. But if you find him, you can just collect that dollar 35 he owes me. But if you find him and you can just collect that dollar 35 he owes me. One of the customers thought he had seen Lutkins walking down Main Street this side of the hotel. He was not found there. Lutkin was not found there. Rather, on the other hand, the barber got very angry and said that Sid said that I owed money, and if you see, tell him that he had to return my money. Please tell him. Somebody from the customer suggested that they have seen him some other place, and they suggested some other place, other destination. As we climbed back into the hack, Bill concluded that since Lutkins was exhausted his credit at Gustav's, he had probably gone to Gray's for a shave. So maybe Lutkins had borrowed leather means has shaved so many times and not paid that his time turn was over. So now for a shave he might have shifted to the other shop, that is Gray's shop. At Gray's barber shop, we missed Lutkins by only 5 minutes. See how he's slipping away. Just for 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, half an hour. There also he was there, but just slipped for few minutes. He had just left probably for the pool room. At the pool room, it appeared that he had just bought a pack of cigarettes and gone out. Pool room also, there also they came to know that he bought a packet of cigarettes and just left from there. So we pursued him just behind him, but never catching him for an hour till it was past 1 o'clock. By that time, enough time has gone. I was hungry. But I had so enjoyed Bill's rough country opinions about his neighbors that I scarcely cared whether I found Lutkins or not. But I must tell that today I enjoyed so much that whether I found Lutkins or not, that is definitely that is important. But the more interesting thing is that I had a very nice time pass with this hack driver who told me about different stories of the neighbors, means on their way, that different stories of their villagers, how they talk, how do they behave, their funny lifestyle, different things, and he enjoyed it very much. How about something to eat? I suggested. By that time, he felt hungry. Let's go to a restaurant and I will buy you lunch. I will pay it. I will also have some lunch and I will buy for you also. Well, I ought to go home to the wife, but sir, I have to go to home for my wife is waiting there. I don't care much for these restaurants because I don't like here the food of the restaurants. Only four of them and they are all bad. We in our village we have four of these type of restaurants, all are not so good. Tell you what well to do. We will get the wife to pack up a lunch for us. I think it's better that if I ask my wife to pack the lunch for both of us and she won't charge you more than half a dollar. And minimum she would charge, I think. You'd have to pay in the restaurants also, but I suggest that it is better that if you pay me, or rather my wife, he would pack the food for you in $50, and it would cost you more for a greasy meal in a restaurant. That oily food you can avoid of the restaurants, and we'll go up to Wade Seal and enjoy the view while we eat. And we will move to Wade's Hill, and there we would sit and enjoy our lunch. That was for the first part, children, and we will go for the second part in the next video. Till then, goodbye, children.